man. See them, me have to pass it. Me have to zoom up there. And this part me that them kill him. And this part me that them kill her.
On the spot, news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what one. A blessed and wonderful Wednesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. So first, I got to apologize because I promised you 2 videos yesterday, but I fell short of one. But we are going to make it up back in this morning and this evening set of stories. Now we are going to kick it off in the morning, my peeps, with an update stemming from the fatal knockings and clappings of the Portland businessman. Now there's a lot of theories surrounding his fatal knockings and clappings, and one of the theories I will be playing right here, right now. Then of course, after that, we're gonna get into the meat of the matter of things. So this person is giving you one of the theories, and I will also give an addition to his theory, because what had taken place could most definitely be a combination of both. Now listen.
Let's make you a long liver this, and let's make you a short liver. That's the code the Colombian them live by. Let's give you this. Popular and well-known businessman that owned many gas stations from Portland to St. Anne's to St. Mary. We know him as Samuel Frauty Dixon. They call him Dickie. Was gunned down last night at 8:30 p.m. at his home in Torah Heights, St. Mary. He's from Portland anyway, but he know him in the world as a good businessman that help people, that do good, that donate beds, another thing to hospital in his parish and other parishes. Is well be known in the business world. But guess what? Remove the curtain. He's a drugs kingpin, top lad, top. A lot of you never know. So last night murder, you think it was just like that? Let's give you the story. It is alleged that Dixon double-crossed the Colombian them. After the Colombian them sent tons of cocaine and crack to him, because that's where he gets his supply from, to supply Portland, St. Anne's and St. Mary. He double-crossed him by saying the drugs was intercepted and everything waste. For pity he know that these Colombians have link in Jamaica, and they paid money to get information, and they find out Dixon is a liar. So they put a $2 million bounty, and he said, bam! And here comes last night, Monday, as he chiped in 6 men alive from a car. Shoot him up instantly. He run. Remember, he's a businessman, so he have his license for your hand, but he never tried to fire. Why? Because he know something was going on. Is it? But they run him down when he run for his vehicle and finish him. And you're gone to the land of dead. Dixon! Look, you have a good life, and because of greed can't satisfy. You are a billionaire according to what we hear. Carve up a land, you have a business, real estate. But because of greed and too much money you're going to see from this trouble, that you're linked with the Colombian, look at it. Condolence to the family anyhow. But I hope other businessman may take heed. I'm not endorsing that it's wrong to do business in the underworld. But if it's your chance, you risk it. But satisfy Stop being greedy. Dixon's lost his life because of greed. Look at it. Who be next? Dixon boy. Dixon boy.
So I could get down into the meat of the matter of this particular fatal knockings and clappings, my peeps. So on your screen is the popular Portland businessman identified as Samuel Dixon, what them call him, Frauty, in our streets. Now information reaching on the Spot News Media is that his gunshot-riddled body got over 70 bullet wounds. Boy, may I tell you, if somebody would ask me, I would definitely call that an overkill. 70 times in a one-man body. Boy, it's rough. And it took place at his home. Well, just right in front of his home in Tower Isle, St. Mary on Monday evening. So on the Spot News Media understands that over 70 spent shells was retrieved from that brutal and horrific scene. So among the theories being pursued by investigators is that Dixon was attacked by multiple assailants. Reports reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that Samuel Dixon, aka Frauty, drove to his yard sometime around 7 p.m. It is understood that before he could exit his motor vehicle, he came under heavy gunfire from armed criminal elements waiting on him at his premises. Samuel Dixon reportedly ran from the vehicle but was chased and conned up multiple times. It's understood that nothing was taken from him, which includes his licensed firearm. So the man them basically assure the general public, say, listen me, we don't want nothing from the boy other than him life. Samuel Dixon was pronounced, you know what, officially at the hospital. Now on the Spot News Media also understands that he's a well-known supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party and has contributed over the past couple of years to the party's candidate in both St. Mary and also Portland, where he's from. But there is no suggestion that his fatal knockings and clappings had anything to do with politics. Now Samuel Dixon operated 2 service stations, a used car dealership and an auto parts store in Ocho St. Ann, and also operated 2 gas stations in Port Antonio and a supermarket in Buff Bay, Portland. It is said that he grew up in Port Antonio and started his career as a businessman several years ago with only 1 taxi. So meanwhile, the commanding officer from the St. Mary Police Division, that's Superintendent of Police Anthony Wallace, is urging anyone with any information on the incident to come forward. So we're going to hear from the commanding officer as he weighs in on this latest fatal knockings and clappings in his police division. Now listen.
Our officers responded swiftly, securing the scene and recovering critical evidence. We understand the community's concern. I want to assure residents that we are doing everything possible to bring those responsible to justice. Increased patrols and investigative resources have been deployed to enhance security in the area. We are appealing to anyone with information to contact the St. Mary Police at 876-333-9530 or Crime Stop at 311. Your cooperation is vital in ensuring justice is served.
So watch this now, my peeps. Most Jamaicans would have grown up and seen these men as just quote-unquote authentic businessmen, but not knowing fully how they became wealthy. Some people just think that it's just them working hard, putting them shoulders to the wheel and investing time and energy in their small businesses, which gradually grow into a multi-million-dollar corporation. Well, for Samuel Dixon, aka Frauty, it most definitely is not so. Just like his friend Dido Nemhad, They did not come by their wealth through legitimate means. They came by their wealth because they were heavily invested in the criminal drug world. Yeah, man. So that is a known fact that Frauty was a drug kingpin. Now, who remember a knockings and clappings that took place at a birthday party one Saturday night in February of this year in the Ocho Rios St. Ann, where another prominent Ocho Rios business owner was conned up and seriously injured at his birthday party. Now we are talking about Patrick Anthony Miller, aka Sparkles. Yeah, man. Now to the police, want the listener listen carefully and pick sense out of the nonsense which I'll be speaking. Now on the night when Sparkles get caught up, we get to understand that a call was made on the life of Frauty from that night, because it is alleged that Frauty was the one who made the call on the life of Sparkles. Now, I'm not saying that Sparkles is the one that put out the hit on Frauty, and I'm not saying that he's not the one who put out the hit on Frauty. But all of them are in the same circle, in the same clique, and there's a power struggle since a certain top tier member was buried of who should be the supreme leader or the boss or the next top tier drug kingpin. So with that bit of information, police, look in a certain direction. Yeah, man. Because things are looking rather sparkly. Get it? Alright, say no more. So the next update, my peeps, is surrounding the fatal knockings and clappings of a 29-year-old criminal identified as Wycliffe Riley. I spoke about it briefly in yesterday morning's vlog, where he was taken out by armed criminal elements along Mullines Road and Washington Boulevard in St. Andrew on Monday. Now it is said that Wycliffe Riley, aka Shane, who is of a Roswell Avenue address on Washington Boulevard, was taken out whilst he was driving a grey Toyota Probox. And it is said upon reaching the intersection of Mullines Road and Washington Boulevard, criminals traveling on a motorcycle opened gunfire, hitting the car and hitting him all over the upper body and head. He was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital, and not in a bid to save his life, but more so to have him officially pronounced you know what. And it is said that he was the intended target. Preliminary investigations are indicating that the incident was orchestrated by a gang said to be the Lower Marvally gang. So on the Spot News Media understands that there has been an ongoing feud between the top and the lower section of Marvally. And that is basically stemming from a February 23rd fatal knockings and clappings of a man identified as Orlando Davids, otherwise known as Stocky. And in that particular incident, 5 other persons end up lose them 3 points. And this orchestrated attack was done by Top Marvally. And now the deceased man is said to be a close associate of a top tier knockis and clappis from Top Marvally. And that is why his life was taken. Now the criminal element that took the man in the pro box life, the police them find him and slap him yesterday, quick and fast. So the suspect, said to be a top tier member of a gang based in Marvally, was fatally taken out by the police in an operation yesterday morning. Now that criminal element has since been identified as a 30-year-old Rohan Anglin, but them call him Anchie in our streets. He's from a Denver Crescent address in Kingston 20. An illegal weapon was also seized by the police. So Assistant Commissioner of Police Michael Phipps, who is head of the Era 4 Police Division, stated that the operation was conducted in search of Anglin, who was linked to the flare-up of violence in Marvally. So we're going to hear from ACP Phipps, who weighs in on this latest spate of violence and police confrontation, resulting in the fatal knockings and clappings of Anchie. Now listen.
The deceased, based on our records, was a member of the top Marvally gang, but he recently defected to the lower Marvally gang. He recently returned to the island after traveling to the United States, and since his return, we have seen increased tension and other criminal activities associated with both gangs playing out in the general Marvally space, as also sections of Seaward Drive and other close by areas. The most recent incident being the murder of Wycliffe Riley and the shooting injury of a motorist just yesterday along Mullines Road in the vicinity of Washington Boulevard. And they use proceeds from this activity to really fund activities, criminal activities of the particular gang. And he was also charged with the murder of Simone Singh, and this was somewhere around May of 2022. So this man is really one that have been giving us a lot of problems in terms of crime and other incidents across the entire corporate area.
Assistant Commissioner Phipps stated that he was charged in 2022 for the fatal knockings and clappings of Simone Singh, but that's a mistake on the part of the Assistant Commissioner. He was actually charged for the fatal knockings and clappings of a man identified as Simon Singh, but them call him Cartel in our streets. He's presently on your screen. Now, Cartel is of a Fenbrook Avenue address in the St. Andrews South Police Division, and that incident took place way back in 2017 along Fenbrook Avenue, and he was caught and additionally charged in 2022 for that particular fatal knockings and clappings. However, somehow he got off the case or got bail or whatever the case may be, and found himself through the Mexican border and into the United States of America. But whilst he was in the US, he never get the praise or the danship that he says he deserves. He was just seen as a regular foot soldier amongst the elites that had the money and the power in the United States. So him say, boy, him can't stay a Farin and him thing just water down so. So him have to leave the United States. So he did a voluntary deportation. So he left the United States of America to come back to Jamaica to come fight the war between top and bottom Marvally. Yeah, man. So you see how these criminal elements seek validation and importance. Because when he's in America, the man them were dead a long time, make them money and make them name. And the man, and he's just seen as a regular. But in Jamaica, he's seen as a top tier, knockis and clappis, and him long for that feeling there of being somebody, so to speak. So him deport himself from America back to Jamaica to come fight gang war and end up ClapWeh Whitcliffe Riley, otherwise known as Shane, in the Pro Box Monday, and yesterday as the cock crow, C-Toc man them roll up on him and spread him out like a sheet. It's like you not see the trajectory of what is happening in Jamaica. Being a bad man right now is not the way to go. You see, when you see the unmarked car them roll up and the 4-door them fly and the man them step out with mask over them face and tam draw down over them eye, you don't know say marrow I go fly. Yeah man, C-Toc man not play with people. Once you point a firearm in their direction, dirt settings will most definitely be the order of the day. So you no need to understand this. You see, when you see C-Toc man them come, you better you just walk with a little white kerchief in your back pocket, just in case. Wave the little white kerchief, make them know say the strapping at the house put on and you not come out peacefully. Once you challenge them, remember, they were trained at the agriculture school in Portland, where them man they learn how to plant can in a dirty boy stomach. It seems as if Rohan Anglin, aka Anchie, never get the memo. Well, I'm pretty sure him get it now. Yeah, man. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, is in relation to a TVJ employee that get caught up yesterday. Yeah, man. Now it took place over there in the Kingston Eastern Police Division, right at the intersection of Seashore Boulevard and Michael Manley Boulevard in East Kingston. Now that small video clip that I played just before the On The Spot News Media intro was taken right at that particular scene. Now you hear the little dirty kind of boy in the video. I rank him like a nasty self. I talk about On The Spot News Media, the murder over there. Let me tell you this. You see people like you, dirty boy where I chat off him like a thinking mouth. You see people like you contribute to where our society presently is. Because you don't have nothing sensible at all to say. You see people like you, it leads me to a post that I saw yesterday. People like you have more compassion for persons committing the murders out there than people like me who calls them out, show them up, and other law-abiding citizens that people like you label as informers. But Proverbs 17 verse 15 says, "He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they are both abomination to the Lord." Remember that. So when you are wish for drive past and see, you will never live long enough to see that. On The Spot News Media and like-minded vloggers are covered by the Most High Creator God Himself. Because whether you want to believe it or not, a Jah works this way out there do. It may look different from others, but Jah works nonetheless. Remember, God no like ugly. Yeah, man. So that particular scene was actually the scene of a RJR TVJ Gleaner Communications Group worker, representative, employee. He was conned up and wounded Tuesday morning at the intersection of Seashore Boulevard and Michael Manley Boulevard in the Kingston Eastern Police Division. So what go on now is that the man were conned up the TVJ/RJR employee. is a brother who suffer from seizures and epilepsy, so he's kind of an unsound mind. So he escaped out of his home, and his father, who is said to be a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, sought the assistance of the RJR TVJ employee who's a close friend of his. So both the police officer, who is the father of the man who is said to be of unsound mind, and also the TVJ RJR employee went to look for the man who escaped the premises. Now, upon seeing him, the RJR employee attempted to subdue him, and during that tussle between him and the TVJ employee, who is a licensed firearm holder, was disarmed by the man of unsound mind. It is said that he took the firearm from him and opened gunfire, hitting him several times in the upper body. The victim, that's the RJR Gleaner employee, was cornered up in the neck and shoulder. He was rushed to the hospital where he underwent immediate surgery. Now, the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Michael Phipps, who is head of the Era 4 Police, confirmed that the suspect who fled with the firearm is now in police custody and has been taken to the Bellevue Hospital, where he is presently being treated. So now, my peeps, we're going to hear from head of the Era 4 Police, that's Acting Commissioner of Police, Michael Phipps, as he weighs in on that particular incident in the Kingston Eastern Police Division. Now listen.
The suspect has since been captured and the firearm was recovered from him. He was taken into police custody where he'll be treated at the Bellevue Hospital, and the necessary investigative processes will continue.
So my peeps, we will most definitely be dropping a second vlog today because there is many other things to talk about. So tune in later for the rest of On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man. So remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.